1, 2, no, 1, 2, 3.
My name is Jesse Simpson. I'm a cymbal smith in Brooklyn, New York. One thing in terms of musicians, there's tons of musicians in this neighborhood, probably more than any other neighborhood in the city.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
So that's a nice thing for me. Yeah, it's just a cool neighborhoody place, especially where I live, East Flatbush. There's so many people who've been there 30, 40 years. The process of making a cymbal, you start with a round piece of bronze that's to whatever desired thickness you want. This is a piece of B20 bronze, which is the most common, essentially, most commonly used bronze for cymbals. Then I would figure out where the bell is going to be. I'd start hammering how the bell is going to be set up. This metal I'm stretching so much that I want it to be hot. The problem that a lot of drummers have with the big manufacturer cymbals is that they are extremely uniform, but it's made by a computer. Either a computer just pressing the cymbal with no hammering, nothing, or doing a hammering in a kind of handmade way, but not quite. It's a lot more uniform ultimately because it's a machine doing it. And they sound great, but there's no character there. Everything to me is an experiment to a certain extent. See, so we're starting to pull that up a little bit, but then I have to make sure that this break remains, that this is going to come up. So then I have to check it after each pass there. Pull this down a little bit, pull this up a little bit, pull this down, pull this up, and continue that until you get an actual bell shape. I only play on my cymbals, but I play on whatever I just made. I've been a drummer for a long time. I was interested in cymbals, and there was a custom cymbal maker who really kind of started that whole one-man cymbal making movement. His name was Roberto Spizzichino, and he was an Italian guy actually. So I went to visit him in Italy, and then he passed away in 2011, and then there was this kind of void of no one really making cymbals like what I wanted or what I liked, and what I felt like a lot of particularly young players were looking for. There's a big parameter within cymbals of having something that's extremely uniform and then very eccentric and wild and crazy. At least to me, in my kind of philosophy of cymbals, I think you do have that parameter, but you don't want to go too far in either direction.
Finito!